Well, hello everybody on YouTube. It's Whingnut, and we're going to be modifying the nice CNC plate today. You guys remember from previous videos I talked about mounting the top box back on this, and originally the top box was mounted through these bolts here, and when it was mounted like that, it was too close to the seat and it was rubbing the seat, and actually on the old seat it started tearing the old seat. And I've got the top box right here. You can see the mounting holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the nice CNC off. We're going to put it on here upside down. I've already got it marked on the sides, and the reason this is painted is so my little marks will show up here and here. And I'm just going to shift everything when it's right side up back about half an inch. So where the bolts go here, where we used to go through here, the actual bolts will be just past this. So those two bolts at the very end, or the front closest to the seat, will be visible once the top box is on. That's just going to shift the whole top box back about a half inch or so. So that would, of course, this is maybe not be usable, but I haven't been using it anyway since I'm missing the toolkit and everything else. But first things first is we're going to get tools out. Got my toolkit right here. I got Mojo, the pink minky, and of course Teddy is supervising as always. So I'll see you guys in a minute once I get all this off and over there and upside down. Okay, so using a 4mm Allen wrench, I've already taken the Teddy and the other dogs across the way, barking at each other. So I've flipped it over and I'm laying it down. You see I've shifted it forward about a half inch or so, and I've got it from the front edge, not the weld, but this flat edge right here to here. It's 3.5 inches on both sides. That's going to give me clearance for the seat. That's going to give me clean spots for mounting bolts, and then that's also going to make it to where these mounting bolts that hold it in place are not dependent upon this being in place. So I can take this on and off. To do that, I'm going to use these marks here, here, and here. I'm sorry, here. And I'm going to thread those. Now the holes are already 1/4 inch, so I can't just grab my tap for M6.1 or M6 by 1. I'm going to have to actually use that fix-a-thread kit that I so much am not a fan of. Now the helicoils, love them. The tool, meh. The tap, meh. But I'm going to tap these directly and then put the helicoils in them, and then I can take this on and off, and I don't have to take this on and off, so I don't end up having the thing I didn't like before, was where everything gets kind of droopy, as you can see, all this. So I'll be using 4 of these helicoils, the tap, and I've got my tap kit so I can use an actual tap handle on this versus this plastic tool that I do not like. And then once all that's threaded and all this is ready to go back together, when I pull these bolts back in, I'm going to be using some Permatex thread locker, medium strength. The reason you use blue medium strength is so I can get it back off if I have to take this apart again. So I've got it positioned where I want it, how I want it, and now I'm just going to take my pencil, I'm going to mark my spots, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got my spots marked right here with pencil. I would have preferred to use Sharpie or a paint pen, but it's really cold outside. As you guys can see, I'm got my jacket on, and my paint pens are dried out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these drilled using a 1/4-inch bit. The reason I'm using a 1/4-inch bit is because it's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room before I tighten them down, as far as that goes. And I'm not going to do anything with these holes for the time being. Down the road I may patch them, I may not, I don't know. Just a sense if I have to worry about water intrusion that high up on the bike, I'm probably doing something I shouldn't be doing with hard bags on. Because if you guys don't know, hard bags can be a great thing, and they can also be a liability on certain trails because you can get pinched between them and so on and so forth. So, you know, personal preference on that, whether hard bags or soft bags. I like my hard bags because they're free. So let me get these drilled, and then this section will be done, and then it'll be time to put that back in place and thread and tap them. All right, my holes are drilled, everything lines up really good. I'm happy with that. So now we're going to reinstall this, and the reason I'm reinstalling it before I tap it is, man, I really hope this doesn't turn out to be upside down. I have to flip the video. Is so I can actually run the tap and not have to work so hard for it. So on to the next thing. All right, so I've got the threads are installed using the tap. I will tell you one thing, when you go to install them, if you're not paying attention with these tools and there's no bottom installed, like the, you know, these things do stick out below just a bit because there's a pretty thin plate. If you're not paying attention, you'll screw them too far down and the tool lets go, and then you've got, you know, a hole that's only threaded 1 or 2 threads at the bottom, and then you've got to like carefully pull that bad boy out with a pair of pliers from the bottom or from the top and then rethread it. So essentially you waste an insert, you know, so be careful with that. So now we got it threaded, I'm gonna grab my box and my hex bolts, and I've got some rubber washers as well I'm gonna put down, just to kind of keep everything from rubbing, scratching, vibrating, that kind of thing. So I'll do that, and then I'll kind of show you the layout. Oh, hell, that's why not. I'll just go over here, grab my bag of goodies. So what I decided to go with was hex bolts and rubber washers. They didn't have stainless locally. Metric stainless in small quantities is kind of hard to come by. I also have some washers to put between the bolt heads. That way, that extra bit of play I have, it does allow the head to wallow around and make it a bigger hole than necessary. So let me go ahead and get these down. I don't have a tripod. I really do need to get a tripod or a selfie stick or something, or enlist Mrs. Whingnut into helping. But we'll get these on, and then we'll come right back. Edit all this stuff. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm getting ready to put this on. I've already got everything lined up. I verified everything was good to go as far as how these holes align to the box, and I've enlisted Mrs. Whingnut to be the camera lady so I can set this on. Come in close. Oh, this is so weird. And we've got our bolts right here, and our washers are already underneath. So we're just going to get them started one at a time. Unfortunately, because of the style of bolt I have, this is an M5 Allen versus an M4 like the rest of them. So we're just going to get them all started. And the reason why you get everything started before you torque anything down is to make sure you get a good alignment. Like that. That way if anything's misaligned, you can account for it. Because if you torque it down, you could, as you're torquing it or as you're setting everything down, like right here, this doesn't want to start. And that could just be because the rubber's getting in the way. It could just be a few other things. If I'm doing it this way, I can make sure everything's ready to go. This one's being stubborn. But now that I've got everything in, I can start tightening it down. And it'd be good to go. I mean, just with everything not even tightened down, I've got my alignment damn near perfect, so I can tighten it down. Oh no. Alright, well, we screwed up. So let me go back and fix this. I forgot to break the tabs off on the threaded inserts, so they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. Tabs off. Go ahead and put it down there. Alright, so we fixed our mistakes. Everything's bolted up now. Yeah, I was so excited to get everything done and get it where you guys could see it that I forgot to break the tabs off of the helicoils, or whatever you want to call them, helicoils. But everything's bolted up. Everything's nice and tight. Yeah, some of the coil is sticking out from the bottom on those, and that's just because it's such a thin assembly that the assembly is half the thickness of the coil itself, so it is what it is. But as you can see, she's tight. Now she is sitting a little bit further back than what she was before. So I've got this little spot right here between the seat and this, so now it's no longer rubbing the seat. It's all bolted up. It's got the rubber washers in between to keep it from scratching up the finish on the luggage rack. But if you guys want to do this, you see how simple it is. It's not super complicated. Just take your time, pay attention to what you're doing, or you're going to make a mistake like I did. And let's say this doesn't work, and the helicoil strip out or something else that goes wrong. In that case, I'll just drill it and go to an 8mm, if that makes any sense. Yeah, you can drill helicoils out there. Not that big of a deal to do a repair on those as well. But hey guys, it's the Whingnut. I need to pack up my tools, the minky, and Teddy, don't you dig that up. And then Teddy and I are going to go put up some game cameras. So just wanted to get this done, get this out so you guys can see it. And just kind of, you know, get some stuff done this weekend. And I guess, hey everybody, it's the Whingnut. Like, dislike, subscribe. It's on you. Have a good one. What you doing? Did you get your ball? I'm gonna get your ball. Oh no, where you gonna go? He wants to play. All right, have a good one.